Yes, sir. We're officially back at it. This is Boog Nice coming at you with the Bandai Tamashii Nation's Avengers Endgame movie Captain America overview. Let's do it.
This ain't for no scalper. You a scalper? Then fuck out shit. This one's for them real collectors. That's army building and posing figures. Marvel Legends, imports, mini mates, I'm fucking with them. Hype beast, we know about you. Stay buying figs, don't know about it.
Alright, just want to take a quickie casual look at this figure. This is my first time opening this particular figure. Probably quite a few reviews out already, but you know, I was setting up some displays and working on some other videos at the same time. So I said, you know what, let me just go ahead and go over this figure for people that may not have seen him, get him in some good light. This is supposed to be Captain America from his little bit towards the end of Avengers Endgame when he had to go back and he got into that fight with his past self. This is the clean version of that figure. I believe that they're going to be doing another version of this, like a battle damaged. Don't quote me on that, because we did already get a battle damaged or final battle Captain America, which I reviewed some months back, if I'm not mistaken. But they kind of set this up where you might want to actually get two of these figures, because again, he did have that battle with himself. Some pretty iconic moments in those scenes. This is how he came straight out of the package with the unmasked head. Really clean, good looking figure. Probably one of their best Captain America figures. I think the head sculpt here looks pretty damn good. But my only gripe right off the bat is that the belt is a separate part on this figure. And it's kind of a pain in the butt. It's always moving around. I could imagine that it's going to be a headache when you want to get him in something dynamic to keep that belt in any one particular place. But I guess you can rotate it to your liking when you get him in more dynamic poses. But I really don't like that it's moving around so much. Cap has 5 sets of interchangeable hands and then 2 additional left hands. So that's 12 hands in total. That includes 2 fists, 2 open hands with the fingers spread. A set that's open, his fingers are a bit closer together, but these are like a relaxed set. He's got a set that's open, palms are basically flat, the thumbs are sticking out a bit from the rest of his fingers, but these can be utilized in conjunction with his shield and a clip that will attach to the pegs in the center of his palm and allow him to hold the shield. In either hand, like so, you basically attach the clip to the inner portion of the shield, and then there's a small sort of L-shaped peg hole in the clip that attaches to the L-shaped peg on either of Cap's hands. And obviously you can have him just casually hold the shield in either hand, or you could get into some more dynamic things. We'll double back to more dynamic. He's got a set that's open and cupped, and these can be utilized to hold the shield in a different way. The thumb is a bit separated from the other fingers while all the other fingers are close together. Yeah, these are good support hands. You can obviously have him hold the shield from the upper portion or from below. There's that. You can see the inner portion of the shield, a couple of the peg holes there. There's actually 2 on both sides, so you can do your thing with the straps and getting them to hold the shield and what have you. I'll double back to this. He's packed in with 2 fists that are sculpted where the strap to the shield is fixed to the hand. So it's all one part. One left hand, one right hand. And the fist with the strap works in tandem with another strap that goes over his forearm basically. What you need to do is actually slip his arm through the larger portion and then attach the fist and strap on the lower end of the shield. And you can do that on the right or the left hand. You know what? I think I said he had 2 additional left hands, but it's 2 additional right hands, one of which is the pointing finger here. I was also able to push the belt down. It's actually like a little groove that the belt could kind of sit in, and it's actually fixed in place at the moment. We'll see what happens as I pose it more dynamically, but this all looks good. And there's the other right hand and the final hand actually. So this one has a little timepiece attached to it. You know what? I don't remember. I'm not sure if this is actually a timepiece or if this was the little like locket that had a picture of his sweetheart in it. You guys let me know in the comments below. I don't really remember, but again, it is fixed to the hand. There is really no image on there, so I can't really tell. I ain't got my glasses. And it should be noted that there are 2 additional straps that attach to those little peg holes on the back of the shield, like a collapsed strap basically. So you would utilize that in a sort of relaxed or neutral position, you know, when he's not necessarily battle ready. And this belt staying in place on his waist, that was short-lived, but I did kind of push it back down again. And then aside from this head sculpt, well, first and foremost, take a look at that little peg hole on the back of the neck. We're going to utilize that first. So he's actually packed in with a cowl. What's a cool superhero without the cowl, right? So that little groove in the back of his neck, you can actually slide that down onto a very small peg onto this cowl. You actually have to remove the head and neck first, and everything sits and looks really good. I like the way this lays on the back. That looks very good. Nice addition. He's also packed in with this head sculpt where he's kind of grimacing. Again, you could utilize this when you got some cap on cap action. Hold on. I think this head sculpt looks pretty good, but I don't know if that's supposed to be blood right on his lower lip. But they surely did paint the his bottom lip red there. But yeah, you know I'm a big advocate of working with the character's attributes and using that to add more realism to your displays and different things. So obviously if he's lifting something heavy or if he is throwing a shield far or whatever, you could utilize this head sculpt for a lot of different things, including some funny things, some jokes or what have you. But I think this looks pretty good. And then finally, there he is, fully masked up. That looks pretty good. I think they got the likeness okay. You know, they've been getting better and better. This one looks good. I don't think I've got that sort of collar piece sitting right though. I gotta fix that back. But a very good looking figure here. I don't know how I really feel about the articulation and how it looks in certain poses, but the look of the design, the deco, is very nice, accurate. I'm eager to actually get the Avengers 1 movie team together. That's if they ever do Hawkeye and Black Widow. You know, the closest we got back in the day was Figma, and they didn't even finish. So it's been a long time coming. We'll see what happens. And the final two accessories here, this sort of impact effect, the V-shaped effect there attaches to the base that you see. And you can actually use the base by itself for just that impact effect, or use the sort of swoosh effect if you want, if you're clever with it, if you have some way to kind of attach it to other figures. But those two things attach to each other, and then there's a couple peg holes where you can attach the shield to the little swoosh effect there. And so I set up something quick. I've got the old Figma Gerlokovich soldiers here. Looks like they're trying to get the principal out of the way here. I'm using one of the comedians from the Downtown Duo, and I've got Captain America in Hot Pursuit. Like I feared, the belt is sort of a problem because you can't really rotate it as you rotate his upper torso, but the articulation overall is okay. Head and neck are independent of each other. The collar for the masked head is a little funny style. It kind of gets in the way. Ball joint at the shoulder, it's hidden so you can rotate there without any breaks in the sculpt. Double jointed elbows that actually get a really good range. They come up very far. Swivel and a hinge on the wrist. I wish the wrist hinge was a little deeper, but those pegs on the wrist are very small. Upper torso articulation, some articulation at the waist. There is sort of like a barbell joint in the pelvis area, or really it's just like, I don't know that it's fully connected all the way through, but the legs can pop off those joints at the pelvis. I think his thighs are actually a little too thick, honestly. Double jointed knees, swivel and a hinge on the foot, and also a toe joint, as you can see. Pretty solid offering here from SH Figuarts. Like I said, interested to complete the team. Just wanted to run down this real quick, something that I just got recently, or just opened recently, alright? So thanks for hanging out. As always, rate, comment, and subscribe. Hit the bell down there. And until next time, peace.
Enough for us. Listen here, Mesa make you disappear, and your mouth will be the reason that you missed this year. Man, who needs you? You don't need me, I don't need you neither. That's why my next leg's gonna be a two-seater.